All right, so it says life and death is in the power of the tongue. That is such a powerful sentence because we sometimes don't even understand how important speaking positive is. A lot of people in this world, they, because you have your mouth, you can speak, you can say anything you want to say. A lot of people in this world, the main thing they do every time is just talk. They see something, they just say it. You know, even you have your kids, the kids do something wrong, you're like, yo, go where I go. You know what I mean? You're ugly like, or you say something so negative easily. I want to understand the power of the tongue. You see the power of the tongue? When you speak life and you speak positive, it changed the whole atmosphere. It changed the whole room. It changed everything. And a lot of people don't understand how to speak positive because all they learned growing up is them parents speaking down to them boss speaking down to them, everybody around them speaking down to them. And I think that is one of the things that a lot of people don't get over. They take years to get over. They even start a relationship and are married to somebody. They're in a relationship with somebody. And you know what? That's all they want to do. Speak negative to their partner. They're barking at their partner because they don't know how to speak in love. And just looking around and analyzing some of the people who I know in my circle, my wider circle, looking at some of them and listen to how they speak to them family members or speak to them friends. You know, it hurt me. Because I said to myself, when they get older, you know, or when them get in a situation where they're in a relationship, you know, when all of the butterfly is gone, you know, it turned into something that is dangerous, you know, it turned into a dangerous thing, you know. Because they're not being positive to them husband, or them not being positive to them wife. They speak so negative. If you even want to look in history, look at some of the people, when I say history, I talk about your history, your past. Look at some of the people in your life. Look at some of the people who you know. Look at some of the people who you've been associating with. Probably family members, probably friends, probably classmate, probably church member, work, co-worker, and just look how they speak to other people. That's a crazy thing. You know, being in a different country from where I grew up, I start to realize that it's not only in Jamaica people bark at people. People bark at people in Canada, in America, in England, in Europe, in everywhere. In Africa, people bark at people. And it's just not a good thing to do. And in them barking, it's very hard to bark good things. You're going to bark to somebody, you're going to say, you are a good guy. You're a good guy. Get up. You're a good guy. No, you're not going to be barking to people like that. When they bark, you speak negative. It's hard to see I can't even visualize or see somebody speak to an next person negatively. And it bring them any kind of joy. So, you know, this is a conversation. The sun will come down for me and put on this thing. Yeah? Oh, no, too dark. I can't left with them. You need to see my face. But, as I say, this time is for us to speak and encourage our friends positively. Encourage our co-workers positively. Let me change the atmosphere. Because if you're looking at the world right now where it is, you're looking in America and look where it is. You see so much hate. This party against that party. You see so much hate. And the hate is definitely spread through the words, what we say. We're not walking in love no more. We're not walking in love anymore. You see, if you want to look at it from a biblical point of view too, he said the tongue is like a two-edged sword, you know? The tongue can really do some real damage. So speak positive, speak life, speak with dignity and respect. Elevate people with your voice. You understand what I'm saying? But there in the car, I'm just go shoot a video because this is something that is on my mind. I don't want to speak specifically at the incident, because if I speak specifically at the incident and the person I'm speaking and the person come across this YouTube channel and hear me speaking, I know them not gonna really feel well. So I'm gonna be as vague as possible. I'm see a situation where somebody have beat down an next person with their mouth, and they were superior in a higher level. So they're in a higher level than the other person. I see them tear them down. I can't give the details here because I don't want to. I see it leave the person who them tearing down in a situation where they're so broken that when they go to their own world, their own family, all they could do is replicate what they got, because they might come from a place of hurt and a place of being torn down. And I see that so much. A lot of people, as I said earlier, a lot of people got torn down by their parents, and then they start to just tear other people down. You understand what I'm saying? So, we're not going to take this much longer, because I want everybody who's listening to me to understand that the power of the tongue is important. Speak life. Speak life in everything that you do. Speak life whenever you don't feel like you want to speak life. Speak life. When you see your kids them doing some things when you're not supposed to do, speak life. You know what I mean? So you're not going to tell them to don't do that and correct them. But don't end the conversation making them feel like they're worthless. I'm happy that I never grew up with parents that make me feel worthless. But when I grow up and I go out to the world and I see so much people, and it's not just Jamaica alone. It's not just my country where I come from alone. It's Canada. It's America. It's all over. I hope this can reach to somebody and it can empower them. And it can be something that they actually look on themselves and say, you know what, let me see how I can be a better voice for my circle, my surrounding, and the people them who have to associate myself with. Enough respect again. Big up on yourself. Just remember, say, in all thing you do, put the Most High first. Remember to subscribe, like, share. As I said to you, this is going to be a channel that encourages people. Yes, you may see some travel, you may see some food in the whole thing, but the aim of this channel is to encourage everybody. Take the journey. When we go all around the world, we're going to start the video. We used to travel all over the world. We still do. But before, we travel all over. We pause for a little while, but we're ready again. And we carry the camera and we show the world. But in every show I show the world, I'm going to make sure I encourage and speak life. Big up on yourself again. Remember to like, subscribe and share. Big up.